Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we will try to understand and learn simple programs and examples in Python using functions, modules and many other concepts. I, Chaitra Nayak, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Nitya Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Today we will try to understand and learn basic Python programming concept such as input, output, variables and operators. Using mathematical formulas and Pythons, calculating the distance between the 2 points. Implementing recursion techniques by writing the programs like factorial calculations. Understand and apply sorting algorithms, specifically bubble sort. Work with numbers and digits, find the largest value and the smallest values. Problem solving skills by writing structured and logical Python programs. First, try to understand the first program, which is finding the distance between the 2 points. You can see the code over here, import math. So I have a module imported here, which is a math module, which gets lot of functions with it. Now, when I'm going to calculate the 2 points, you know that very well. I have the points given in the decimal digit. Because it is in the decimal digit, I will be using the data type, which is of float, which will take even the decimal digit. So input is a built-in statement where I will be asking and storing the value of the user with whichever user is going to give. So x1 is one value, y1 is one value, x2 is one value, y2 is one value. That is, if you have the point over here horizontally, this becomes x1, this becomes y2. If I have a point here, then this becomes y1, vertically this becomes y2. So according to this structure, we are taking 4 values from the user and I'm going to store these values according to the variables which has been given. Now, to calculate the distance, you have a formula which is math dot square root. As you know that math is a module and square root is a built-in function I have. Square root is the built-in function. So how do we calculate the square root? Is given here, x2 minus x1 into 2, that is exponential 2, and y2 minus y1 with 2 multiplied. Then distance between the 2 points is, so after applying this formula, whatever is the result, that result is going to get stored in the distance variable. So storing the result in this distance variable, I will be printing the final result. As you can see, it takes the coordinates of 2 point x1, y1 and x2, y2. It uses the formula which is square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. As you know here, I've given double multiplication. Okay, so here in the double multiplication, it means it is square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 to the whole square. So math dot square root function calculates the square root of the function and output of the 2 points will be stored in the distance variable. Going on, let's try to understand what is factorial of a number function. As you can see here, I'm defining a function. So when I'm defining a function as per the syntax, def has to be used. The function name should be given and the arguments have to be passed. So this is your syntax. According to the syntax, you can see def is given, factorial is a function name, argument is n. Now, I'm giving a condition, that is if n equal to 0 or n equal to 1. So, if the user has given 0 or if n is equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, then return 1. Why return 1? Because the factorial of 0 or factorial of 1 is 1 according to mathematics. Now, if the factorial is 3, so if the num given is 3, then return factorial of n, that is 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1, that is 3 into factorial of 2. This is your first thing. Next, again, the loop is running by itself. So, 3, 2. Now the next number is 2. 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1 I am taking, that is 1. Now, once it is running, 1 into factorial of 1 minus 1, that is 0. Now, when it is there, 3 into factorial of 2, we don't know. So, let's wait for it. 2 into factorial of 1, we know. So, 1 is 1 itself. And 1 into factorial of 0 is also 1. So, according to here, 3 into 2 we get. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 2 into 1 is 2. And 1 into 1 is 1. Factorial of a number, whatever is saved here, according to that, it is going to print. So, function is going to call itself as the recursion. Base case is factorial of 0 or 1 is 1. Recursive case, n into factorial of n minus 1 as per the formula. And example, as you can see here, 5 factorial, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is got multiplied. Let's try to understand the next program, which is a bubble sort program. Sorting of a number. So, bubble sort program is always done for the sorted numbers. To sort the numbers, you can see the numbers is given in the list format. So, here in the numbers 5, 2, 9, 1, 6. So, it is in the unordered format. So, from the unordered format, it is going to get sorted now. N is equal to length of the number. So, len is a built-in function. So, using this function, I am going to find out what is the length of the number, and then for I in range of n, so whatever is the range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, for I in range of n, that is 5. So, 5 numbers you have. I am running a for loop over here. There, I will try to understand each of the number is going to get compared with the next number. If the number is less than the next number, then it is going to get swapped. Once it is swapping, you get the numbers back again. So, in this if formula, the entire number swapping is going to happen. Just taking out the numbers and swapping the numbers will happen. And finally, in the list, you will have the sorted number given 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 will get sorted out. So, it compares the adjacent element, the next digit, what is there? It compares and it tries to arrange, swaps if they are in the wrong order. The largest element bubbles and end each pass, repeats until the last number in the list is got sorted out. Let's try to understand the next program to find the largest and smallest digit and their sum and difference. As you know that num, I am taking the user input. A user is going to give the input. Then digits, int d, for d in num. So, whatever the number I have in this particular list, I am going to check the number. So, I am using all the built-in functions as you can see here. Largest is equal to max of digits. So, max is a function. So, among these digits, whatever the digits is given by the user, the maximum digit has to be printed. Printed in the sense the number is going to get stored in the largest variable. min of digits. So whatever the digits are there, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3. If this is the digit, then whatever is the maximum number, 6 is going to get stored in the largest number, and the minimum number, that is 1, is going to get stored in the smallest variable. Now, print the largest variable. Largest is printed. You're calling that particular variable. So, largest number 6 will be printed here. Print smallest digit. The smallest digit is being called. So, 1 is going to get printed over here. Print sum is equal to largest plus smallest. So, what is your sum? Sum is largest number is 6 plus smallest number is 1. So, sum is equal to 7 is going to get printed, but it won't get stored because the operation is happening in the print statement itself. And the difference, largest minus smallest. So, difference variable is being declared there. 6 minus 1, which is 5, will get printed automatically. So using the print statement, all the digits, whatever is needed, the largest digit, smallest digit, sum of the digit, and difference of the digit is got printed. But mainly we need to try to understand here that I'm using a built-in function max, min, where you're trying to use the maximum number and minimum number with a newer concept that the numbers are stored in the list format. So converts the number into list of digits, use the max and min functions, calculates the sum and differences in this program. Let's try to understand today what all we try to learn. We learned basic Python programming concepts and syntax. We implemented the distance calculations using mathematical formula. We understood recursion through factorial program. We applied bubble sort for sorting of numbers in the list. We worked with digits to find the largest, smallest, and sum and differences of the digit. This improved our logical thinking and problem solving skills. All these programs we can copy paste or you can type and you can check in MU editor. All the programs we get the output and you can do some trial and errors in the MU editor with the codes so that you can try learning how to use the Python codes. Thank you so much for listening. Let's meet in the next video with more interesting concepts. Thank you one and all.